Let me share you the Padlet we're gonna use for this month's training. So pre-work is the one I would like to see you take a few minutes to do before the training starts. That would be very helpful for us getting a smooth beginning. So basically for our ed tech training, I would mostly asking you to first create account, so we don't need to use the live session time to create account in case you enter technology like glitches or difficulties. So and then for this specific training, I did ask what types of activity would you like to see during the demo, and that's very helpful. And then I really appreciate the ones who shared your request or your ideas. We can see here is someone asking for a demo of a vocabulary exercise, and there I do like this name, Playful Parent. Anyway, I also seen some other one. There's two other instructors request to see audio or video activities, and we will definitely cover all those activities at today's training. So for the instructional content, I try my best to provide you step-by-step instructions. I understand even you have attended the live training. However, sometimes after a day or two or a week, you kind of like forgot about like details. So I try to provide like step-step written instructions and then also a short video tutorials to help you refresh your memory. So after today's live session, you will have a week. Obviously, you can do whenever you want, come back, do this. The reason why I say you have a week to do the hands-on tasks, because during this week, if you have any questions or need any help, you can come in to my Zoom office during those dedicated time. So, and then I'll be able to help you if you run into any questions on trouble. So, and then this part, share your creation, I would love to see if you actually took some time, made some activities. Please share with us. You can just paste the link in the comments. So like, our fellow instructors we can look at each other's activity, get more inspirations. That would be great. And then for the hands-on tasks, obviously it's self-paced. You can do that for the following week. I did provide a few ideas what kind of activity you can create using this tool. However, obviously you can do whatever you feel like is the most suitable for your class or for your teaching style. Okay, so I just want to explain to you in person about the structure change. Do we have any questions before we move on to the demo for today's session? Okay, cool. So let's get into it. So today we are gonna look at the tool. It's called LearningApp. This is a great tool. I hope you got the chance to create a free account. It's absolutely free, and then you can create as many activities as you can. So if you create an account, you'll be able to organize all your activities. So that's very important. So once you have an account, you log in. There are essentially three things to learn from this app. One is to use an activity that is already exist in this app, and then you change from the back end to enter your own content. And then the second one is you create your own app from scratch. And the third one is how do you share the activity with your students and how to organize your activities. Just to mention that students do not need account to do the activities. which is very good. And also the activities can be embedded in our LMS too. So, okay, this show tutorial link, I listed it as a pre-work activity, but if you didn't get a chance to do it, you can just click here. It will give you a very interactive, like quick tool, how to use all these features here. I'm not gonna go over here to save time. A few very important feature I want to point out is this website supports multiple languages. So if you click from here, you can switch to the available languages here. We're gonna keep it as English. And so the first way we're gonna learn is to use an existing app, and then we turn that into our own activity app. So based on the comments from the pre-work, I'm gonna do a vocabulary activity first. So I'm gonna browse apps. Once you click that, you will see categories. I'm gonna use English as a foreign language as example, so everybody will understand what we're looking at. So vocabulary here. So it actually has a lot of like subcategories. Then you can, let's go to vocabulary. And then the one I'm gonna choose will be the street vocabulary. The reason I choose this one because this one also including it will show you how to use images to design your activity. Okay, so this is what look like. And below this activity, you can see two blue buttons. One, if you open up this drop-down menu, you can see there are 4 options. The first one is create similar app. Second one is create a copy of this app. And then create a new empty app with this template. Or if you like this template, you can browse other apps with the same template. Just to mention, instead of saying activity in this website, they say app. So whenever they say app, they actually meant like that specific activity. So the difference between create similar app or create a copy of this app is that if we choose create similar app, it will give you access to edit the content, which I found out it might be the best way to start with when you're not super familiar with this tool, because all you need to do is just kind of follow this, but then replace the content. So let's look at the back end. If we want to use this to create our own app, and then I'm going to do like a house vocabulary, like a different room in the house. So I'm going to change the app title to house vocab. Sorry. Okay. And then we notice here, this app originally has nothing in the description box. That's why when we see the app, we just see the picture. There's no instruction. So we can definitely add instruction here. So I'm gonna write, click on the red pins and select the right term or right vocabulary for the room. Okay, so now this is the task description. Later, I will show you where the students can see this. And then background image. So this template is using a street, image of a street. We're gonna do with a house. So I'm gonna delete this original image. And I'm gonna click select image. So now here, there is a few different ways you can add in your image. You can directly put a URL from the website to here, or you can actually search image from Pixabay, Wikipedia, and Flickr. However, you do want to choose the ones that is copyright free, like it's okay for you to use it. Or if you have the image download to your device, then you can drag and drop image here. So that's what I'm gonna do because I prepared the image ahead of time. And then I'm gonna open my folder and then drop the image to here. Let's see. There you go. So now my image is here. So just to give you a quick look, what's the image look like? So this is the image I put in, right? And then for this activity, say I want the students to identify each room, like how to say that in the target language. So with this image in mind, we're gonna do mark on image. You can edit the mark. So let's click on that. It shows me the image. I want to put the mark here. So I'm gonna click here. We can see this mark can just follow you. It doesn't matter where you click. So I wanted the mark to be showing here. Great. So this is done. And then you click save. And then elements to sign just means the answer for that mark. So that's a bedroom. I'm gonna put a bedroom here. And then let's do a few more. I'm gonna move another mark here. And this is the bathroom. I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna put it here, bathroom. Let's do a few more bedroom. Oh, sorry, there you go. Bathroom. And then let's do the living room. That's the living room. Save it. And then we do. Let's do one more. One more basement. Okay. I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna put here basement. Okay. Now, here, the hint, you can be an audio because you can like talk to record audio, put here as a hint. But if you don't want any hint, you can just delete it. And then we only did 4. So I'm gonna just delete the rest of them. Obviously, if you have time, you can do more. But for our demo, I'm just gonna delete all of them. And then here you can also add more if you wanted to. And then everything looks good. And if you want to provide feedback, you can enter here. If you don't want it, you can delete it. And then here you can always show all answer options. I think that's a great opportunity for students to distinguish the vocabulary and find the right one. So now I'm done editing. Don't forget to save it here by clicking on this blue button, finish editing and show preview. So I'm gonna click on that. Now, so here, if you remember when I opened this original activity, there is no task information. Since we add in a task description, now when the students see this activity, they will know what they need to do. So task here says, click on the red pins and select the right vocabulary for the room. Then you click OK. So now we can see this 1, 2, 3, and 4 pins I just added from the backend. I'm gonna click on here. It gave me all the options that I entered. Okay, I might have entered bathroom twice. That's why it shows up. Anyway, so now this is a bedroom. You can click on that and then click on the second one. That's a bathroom. The third one, that will be a living room. And this one will be basement. And then you can add more elements to give more choices. So make it a little bit more difficult for the students. So then that's how the students can play with it, right? And then if you're not happy with what it turned out, you can click on the blue button, edit again. But if you are happy, you can just click Save App. So here it shows you your app has been saved successfully in My Stuff area. I will go over here later to show you how you can organize all your saved activities in that page. Okay, so this is one way to use this tool. And the second way to use this tool is to create an app from scratch. And then for this part, I'm going to focus on using video as exercise. Is because video and audio exercise, they are specifically great for flipped classroom approach. I know during our best practice training, we talked about some ways, some like terms about teaching language as teaching foreign language as second language, and one of them is flipped classrooms, which I think is great because it can give you student autonomous time and also save you some time during the classroom, but getting the same result of the students' progress. So to create your own, all you need to do is create app, click here, and we can see there are quite a few different templates you can use. There's matching one, there's timeline, will be good for you to do reading comprehension when you like trying giving student exercise to arrange stories in the correct timeline. Obviously, there's multiple choice quizzes, clause text for grammar. They're all great. I mean, you guys can have some time next week and just play with them all. But for today, I'm gonna show you how we can create audio or video with notices. It's a type of very interactive activity. So I'm gonna click on here. So first,
hello, I'm Ollie. Welcome to Oxford.
Sorry, let me pause this first. So this is an example. The great thing here is if you don't know how to use this app or you don't know what this activity is gonna look like, you can look at different examples to get an idea. We can just look looking at this first example, see how this activity will present to the students.
Online English. In this lesson, you can learn about how to talk about your free time and hobbies in English. What do you like doing in your free time? Have any interesting hobbies?
Fast forward a little bit.
Talking about your free time is a great way to start a conversation in English or to find things in common when you're speaking to somebody. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to speak clearly and naturally about your free time and your hobbies in English. Part 1. Free time and hobbies vocabulary.
Okay, see? So right now, the video paused and there is a window pop up. It says notice 1 of 19, just means it's activity 1 of the 19 activities. So I cannot read this, but I think it's asking the students brainstorming things to do at home, what sports you like, and the social activity and creative activity, stuff like that. So students can brainstorming ideas, and then they can go on with video.
What words do you know?
And the video just continue playing.
Some people prefer things you can do at home, like watching TV, reading, or cooking.
There you go. So now it's a second activity. It says things you can do at home. And here, notice it instead of a question for students to brainstorming, it actually gives you a button says start exercise. So if you click on that, it actually will bring you a pre-designed activity, also using the learning apps for the students. So the students actually can go into a different activity and then click OK and then finish the activity and then close exercise and then go on with videos.
Other people like sports.
So this is very interactive, and then I had a lot of good time when I exploring this tool. So now, how do we create our own? Let's click on here, create new app. Okay, let's give the app a title. I prepared, let me see, I prepared exercise, a video ahead of time, which is how to take subway in New York City. Okay, task description. You can just put something, watch the video and complete the exercises. Okay, there you go. Okay, now, next step, video. So we can choose audio or video. And we're gonna do a video here. So I'm gonna click on video. Here, what you can see is you just need to copy the video link to here. So I'm gonna find the video we're gonna use here. Actually, let me just show you really quick because some of you might did not join us last year. I did share a few tips how you can find the YouTube video you want using filters. So for example, I wanna search for how to take subway in New York City. Okay, how you can adjust your filter to find the exact thing you want is you can go here, click on the filter. So first of all, for the demo, here, I want a short video, so it won't take too long to process. So then you can choose under 4 minutes. Then you will filter the audios that's showing you. You can also do you want the video is this year, this month, this week, or actually today, like very up to date. Or if you want the video has subtitles, then you can click this too. And then you will only give you the choices that the video has subtitles. So right now, I only need it to be under 4 minutes. And then the one I'm gonna to use is, let's see. Actually, let's just use this one. I think this is the one. Okay. So
My name is.
okay. So this is the commercial. Let's forget about that. Now it's the really fun part. So we found this video, right? And then we want to create listening comprehension activities. How can we do this very quickly? Now is where ChatGPT comes in. How do we do it? If you don't want to spend time to listening to this entire video, you kind of already talking about, but you just don't have time to listening by sentence and then create comprehension activities. What you can do is you go into the description part of this video, just right below the video, and click more. If you keep scrolling down, you can see here it has transcript. Then you can click on show transcript. Okay, so we can see from the right side of the column, it gives you all the transcript from this video with timestamps. Those are very useful, right? Why? Let me show you really quick. So what you can do is you can just, let's start from the bottom. you can copy and paste. We can copy this whole transcript, right here, and then copy it, and then we can put in ChatGPT. You can use with a ChatGPT a free account. It will totally work too. At the free account, just only the only thing is different is the limit your terms of conversation with the AI. So I did this ahead of time just to save us more time during the demo. So what I said is, based on the following script, create 3 different types of questions. Why do I say different types? Because I tried it before. I just said create 3 questions, and then what the AI gave me are all multiple choice questions. So I want to mix up a little bit. So then I redid it, said 3 different types of questions for an intermediate language learner. So I also gave the ChatGPT the level of the students, right? And here, show me the timestamps of the correct answers. This is very important because when we are creating this app in the background, we'll need that. I'll show you in a minute. So now I just paste the script. I just copied from YouTube channel. And now, very quickly, ChatGPT gave me a multiple choice question, and then they're pretty good level. So this one says, what should you do if you see an empty subway car in the morning, right? And then it shows you the answer, and then it shows you the timestamps here. So you know where should you integrate this activity during this video. So right now, if it says 1 minute 36 seconds to 1 minute 42 seconds, you know you probably want to put that activity after 1 minute 42 seconds. And then it gave me another true or false question. And the third one is a short answer question. So now we have this handy. Let's go back to the app. First, we're gonna copy this link, and we're gonna put in here and use this video. Great. Okay. Now video is done. Questions. Time to display. That's where the timestamp comes in handy. Let's go back to the first question. Say I'm happy with those 3 questions. Obviously, you can be talking to the AI, say I want a 2 more, or want a 2 more difficult one, or easier one, or you can create your own questions. So let's just use this. So here, the first question, the timestamps is here. So I'm just gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna put it here. Maybe give them a little bit time, 45, right? Okay, now, so the notice would be only for you to enter text. Say if your question is a brainstorming question, you just kind of asking the student a question, have them thinking about it, then you can just type the question here, what do you, or maybe have you had, have you taken subway in New York City before, right? If you just do this, there would no exercise for the students to do. They will just see this question and they can think about it and then they can move on. However, if you want to do the multiple choice question, that's where here you can integrate the multiple choice in here. So now we don't have that one. Let's go back to the creating app. We'll create a multiple choice quiz really quick. So now we're creating a new app. So let's just do subway in New York City, right? And then we can say, choose the correct answer. That will be the task description. And then we don't need any image because it's going to be embedded in the video. we just need to enter the question, and we go here, we copy the question from ChatGPT, we come back here, it's this one. We enter the question here. Let me see. There you go. What should you do if using empty subway car in the morning? And the answer is gonna be text. You can also use image as answer. You can do text to speech. You can do audio or video. But right now I'm gonna use a text. So we do one. Right, and then you can keep adding text. I'm adding B. And I'm gonna add another question. That would be C. Okay. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I gotta do stay. Okay. So the question is B, correct. Avoid it. Okay. So this will be the correct one, and then we can just click. Just mark this as correct, and then we don't need to touch anything else. We don't need a background image. You can provide feedback. Now we're done. We can just finish editing and show preview. Okay, now task description is displaying, questions here, answers are here, perfect. Now you can save the app. Okay, great. Now we create this activity. I want to put this activity in the video we're just working on. So we determine the timestamp when the activity is gonna pop up. And now in the Notice App part, click on Select App. And here, My Apps, you can see that's the one I just created. It's called Subway in New York City. I'm gonna click on that. There, so it's added, right? So we can add another. So this is the first activity. If you want to do another activity, time to display, I'm just going to show you one more, the true or false one. So this one, it should be, looks like we should be place it after 56 seconds, right? So I'm just going to put it here and then do that. And then to select an app, we can do the same thing, creating an app, true or false one. Let's see, we can find a true or false one here. If we cannot, we can still use the multiple choice, because then we can just do one answer as yes, one answer as true, one answer as false, right? So we can do still Subway in New York City. Maybe I'll put a 2 to distinguish that. And then the task description will be the question you want to ask. You can just put true or false, right? And now we're adding, we don't need the introduction, actually. Never mind, we're adding the question here. We're gonna copy this from the ChatGPT and paste it here. There you go. And then for the answer, we just do true. For another answer, we can do false. Let me see. It's true. Okay, so true is correct, right? Now you can just scroll all the way down, finish editing, and show preview, and you're happy with it. Save the app. Okay, now let's go back to the video. We want the true or false activity to display at 56 seconds. Now all you need to do is select apps, and choose the one you just created. Okay, let's just do this too and finish editing. The third way to using this app is how to share and organize. So once you saved all the apps that you made, or when you browse the apps, you see some of them you like, you can just click the, if you remember, there would be like a button here, says save, and then you would save to your folder. So here, by default, you'll get one folder. However, you can create different folders. For example, if I want to do listening activities, and then you click create folder, and then you have a folder here. If you want to do template, create a folder, then you have another folder here. And you can organize those activities by, if you move your mouse to the activity, and then there is a folder icon, says move folder, move app into folder. So if you click on that, then you can move to whichever folder you want it to be in. So that's how you organize it. If you want to share it with your students, let's do a different one. Oh, I see. That might be the reason. You have to probably public the if you want to creativity, if you want to public to the community, and the other people can also see it, and then this is where you can go. If you just want to keep it private, and you don't have to do that. So to share an activity, let me just show you really quick. So this will be an activity that's already made. And if you go all the way down here, there is link and embedded code. So if you do the link, you can just copy this link and then share it to the students. Let me open up the incognito window to show you that students do not need account to access the activity. So once they put in the link, this is what they will see. It's just the activity in action. They can just start playing with it. Or you can use this embedded code. This can be put in our LMS too. I can also show you really quick, very easy to do. So I'm gonna add an activity or resource in our LMS, and then you can choose text in the media area. And then here, if you want to embed that, all you need to do is open up this toolbar, go to the last one, which says HTML, click on that, and just paste what you copied from the activity here, right? And then save and return. So now this whole thing is just embedded in the LMS. And then you can just assign students to finish that. And they don't need to go anywhere else. And then if it's easier for you, you can also just share the QR code to your students so they can also finish the activity on their mobile phones too. That would be very convenient. Okay. So that is that's the gist of this tool. As we see, there are a lot of activity you can try in your own. Let me stop share for now. I hope you guys learned a useful tool. I really hope can see some of your creations in the Padlet in the following week. Thank you all.